Hello, my creative friends. I'm Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.com. It is the 17th of the month, and that means it is time for our Calling All Sisters reminder post, where we remind you on the 17th of each month to do your breast self-exams and schedule those yearly mammograms if it's time. We do that with a fun reminder post and cards from our encouragement squad. So my card today is using the ink smooshing technique. I basically smooshed some ink into my craft mat and then I spritzed it with water before smooshing my watercolor paper into that ink. I dried it a little bit and then I smooshed it again. I'm going to dry it and I'm going to smoosh it again. And doing this gives you depth of color and different color combinations as the inks blend and move together. And then you also get those little water dots and spots that I love. It's super easy with the baby wipe. So now I'm just going to stamp on a piece of vellum. I took this balloon from the floating stamp set and I used my deactivator tool just to make sure the embossing powder didn't stick where I didn't want it to on that piece of vellum. Then I inked up my stamp using Versamark ink, stamped it down, and then covered it with some white embossing powder. This is from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to do the same thing with the sentiment, and then I'm going to heat set it. Now, my tip for heat setting embossing powder on vellum is to make sure that your heat tool is nice and hot before you ever take it to the paper, and try embossing it from the back. In fact, I think I even had it on the low setting of 1 and embossed that embossing powder from the back. It helps the paper not to warp or burn. Once it's heat set, I just trimmed it down about 1/4 of an inch. Oh, wait, no, first, I forgot. First, I stamped from the word ribbon, this tiny ribbon that has hope written inside of it. I stamped that in Party Dress, and the Catherine Pooler inks take a little bit to dry. So I was able to cover them with clear embossing powder and just heat set and melt those. So now I'm going to trim it down and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm just going to stitch all the way around that rectangle. There you go. And that's how I'm going to adhere the vellum to my card. I can choose any one of these stamp sets to stamp inside. I'm going to wait until I actually send this to somebody to decide which sentiment goes on the inside. But that's my card for today. So one more reminder, ladies and gents, go check yourselves, do those breast self-exams, schedule your yearly mammograms, and then make sure you go and check out what the rest of the team has come up with. Tomorrow, I'll be back with a new video and we'll have a new encouragement challenge up on the blog for you guys. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already to make sure you don't miss out on a single video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.